Established in April 2021, Upland Development United is the oldest and most exclusive and transparent no development collaborative in the Upland Metaverse. Contact Morecheese or Ben68 for more information. Warning: this podcast is produced by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and contains unsolicited and heavily biased opinions which are solely the views of the individuals involved. It does not include investment advice of any kind, and you are responsible for undertaking your own financial, including tax liability research relevant to your own individual circumstances.
Taking over the Upland Development United. Total meta domination.
G'day and welcome to UDU Team Meeting number 45, or what do you want to call it? UDU podcast intro number 1. It's kind of in a bit of a flux period. So today we're just going to go over some of the changes that have been made and that are going to be made that have all come about since the last team meeting. It's been a while. What's been happening? Queen's stress test?
Queens. Oh my God. First in my history of openings, was it a great one? No lag on my part. I even started late and I was able to get 8 properties. I didn't know where I was.
Yeah, I did all right. I got a handful. I didn't go crazy. I got wherever it was, what was it, Woodmeister or something. I got a bunch there that were under 5,000. Some of them were down 2,000 range, which was nice to see. So I'll be able to hit my target pretty sweetly, hopefully, when we go for the full release. And then I jumped over to the other neighborhood, and that was much higher over there. It was almost double the price. So yeah. I just grabbed one at 8K just to have one.
I wish I went to Woodward now. Sheba is messaging me right now.
Yeah, we got the green light, but keep that on the down low for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So keep going. What'd you say?
Yeah, I really enjoyed Queens. I did well. How about everybody else who did good in Queens? Bueller?
I haven't even so Queens yet.
You haven't even been? Oh. No stress for Joe.
Too much stress for my test.
Well, you dog, you were up early?
Actually, no, I slept in. I went to bed late and I woke up early, so no stress test for me.
Party all night, sleep all day with the new pup.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time last night. So.
He's so cute though. If you decide to come on video, which I hope you do, maybe you could have like the little pup there with you. You like to?
I'll pop on right quick with him.
Okay.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So today, we'll go back to the last team meeting. At the last team meeting was all about stressed out. There's too much going on. We're trying to do too many shows. Time to take a break. We're out of here. And time to slip into the background. In the interim, it has been good to take that break to catch up on a bunch of things. And it's kind of given us some flexibility and time to reimagine what... Oh, hang on. We'll pause that for Dogman. Doggy with his dog.
Say something, dog. Oh, he's on mute. You're on mute, dog.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh.
Hey.
His name is Tokyo.
Hey, Tokyo. He's like, who's that? Cheese? That's my girl, Cheese. Thanks,
Poop on the
dog.
floor. Yeah. So at that last team meeting, it was break time, and like I said, in the interim, we've come up with a way to combine several of the things that we were doing or trying to do into one complete package. So we'll give it a go. See what happens. As we are famous for, we're not afraid to try things out, see if it works. If not, we chuck it in the bin, try again. So, did you want to chime in on anything there, Cheese, before we move over?
this, in my opinion, I kind of feel like is a great opportunity for anyone in the UDU to kind of participate and be able to kind of like talk about your own stuff too for a bit. This isn't another wine and cheese show. This is going to be a UDU, like a UDU meeting / show type thing. And anyone that, you know, wants to ever do anything on it is definitely free. That's what this is for, to kind of like promote Upland, promote stuff in Upland that has to do with Upland and whatnot. So like, what are your thoughts on that? Sorry, my game scared me.
We got crickets for days here. Yeah, we don't want it to be the wine and cheese show part 2, but if that's what it is, if that's what it becomes, then so be it. Previously with other team meetings, you know, we've joked around that that's what it was, and we've kind of in the background been a bit frustrated, but you know, at this point in time, we're just going to pick it up and run with it. We hope that people will jump in and come on board and get involved, but otherwise we'll just power ahead. But yeah, it's an open invitation. We don't want it to be a situation where we're doing everything, so you feel you can't get involved. Yeah, please understand, we want you to be involved. It doesn't matter what it is. If you think you can do something, even if it's only for 1 week, yeah, let us know, jump in. So I'll head on over to that post I put up in the UDU Discord channel. So yeah, we've covered all that bit about why we're doing it, how we're doing it. So yeah, it's going to be probably going to be a 90-minute show. Well, it'll be a max of a 90-minute show, put it that way, because and I do realize that the time's not great. Like Tuesdays, whenever it is for you guys, it's lunchtime or something, isn't it, for you, Cheese?
Yeah, me though, I'm like, I'm easy.
I don't know, for Cawthon, it's like crazy early in the morning, and for, I think, Finn and them, it's still quite late in the evening. But for me, it's the only time I'm available pretty much in the week early. So I get it done. I'll start this at 4:30 my time, finish by 6. That gives me about 2 hours before I head off to work. So I may be able to upload it before I head off to work. Otherwise, it'll be uploaded later on in the evening. So yeah, it's going to combine aspects of the Breaking Badly show, the UDU team meetings, and of course the Upland Mash show that we talked about for so long. Almost a year we've been talking about doing something like that. And yeah, that was something that was going to take a lot of work. But if we break these up into smaller segments as part of a bigger thing, we're hoping it's going to all work out. And yeah, this will be completely open to public participation. We want to get as many people involved as we can, and that'll be all happen via the Metaverse Ventures Entertainment server. Whenever you go full public with something, it could be disastrous. We're just going to have to see how that plays out. I know a lot of other kind of shows use YouTube and live streaming and that sort of stuff. And part of the reason for that is to try to weed out the dickheads who jump in and just be idiots sort of thing. But hopefully we don't have to do that. Zoom's pretty straightforward, especially on the back end as far as uploading and making it easy for me to chop things up and that. But we'll see how it goes. If somebody jumps in and they're just being a dickhead, well, they're just going to get booted. You know, that's the end of that. So we'll see. And that's going to be a role too. Like if you're somebody who can be in the meetings or in the podcast show, but you can't be on camera or you don't want to get involved, well, you could potentially help out in a moderator role, perhaps. So, you know, there's always jobs to do. As part of this, yeah, we have Cheese and I, yesterday we went pretty in depth working out sponsorship. So we want this to be a lot of prizes, and like we've come up with this main big prize, 1 million UPEX, the chance for 1 million UPEX per week. When I posted that, D-Tech nearly shit his pants. He's like, how the hell are you going to pay for 1 million UPEX every week? And I was like, no, everybody's in with a chance to have a chance. So the probability is very low, but as we've seen with Bok playing around, yeah, it's on the board. So it is definitely a possibility. Sponsorships, we're hoping to get some sponsors in that's going to help carry the burden for that UPEX cost. I'll front load the cost of that for at least 1 million. Like if the 1 million goes off in the first show, that'd be epic. But I'm going to be a bit gun shy to put that up again for the next one, because, like I said, even though the probability is very low, it is a chance, and there could be a 2-week streak or a 3-week streak. So yeah, I'll front load that first million until, as I say, hopefully we get some sponsorship UPEX coming in, and that'll be all of the sponsorship UPEX that comes in, that will be stacked via the UDU escrow club. And I'll probably stack that on just one property, and that'll be like the UDU podcast escrow. Once we get that to a balance of, once we get that pot to a balance of 2 million, then we'll start to jack up the percentage chance of getting that million UPEX. Like, we don't want to hold on to it. It's not, we don't want that just to be a completely unreachable gimmick. We want people to get that UPEX. So yeah, as that escrowed balance builds and grows, well then, yeah, we can offer a higher probability chance to get the prize, sort of thing. I don't know. When you guys play Monopoly, did you used to play money in the middle?
Oh no, for
Like
like
you
real
land-
money?
No, like you, whenever you pay fines or whatever, that
Oh,
money
yeah.
goes in the middle, and if you land on free parking, you get
Mhm.
it, sort of thing. So
We
it's-
put it underneath free parking, so
Yeah.
that's why I got confused.
yeah, we call it money in the middle, but it's the same kind of thing. So it's kind of a system like that. So yeah, and understand that any sponsor sourced prizes, services, UPEX, NFTs, that will 100% be used for community giveaways. None of it will be used for personal gains. And in actual fact, because of things like having to use burners and that sort of stuff, it will take a chunk out of like personal accounts and that sort of thing, just to keep it all running. So yeah, I don't know. Do we want to have a look at that first? We might as well have a look at that first, the sponsorship flyer. So I'm going to pull up a different screen here. So just to give you an idea of what we're thinking of, is that up? Can you see that?
Mhm.
Yep.
So
Yes.
sponsorship packages. So we've got 3 levels of sponsorship: tycoon sponsor, magnate sponsor, and mogul sponsor. We've put these figures up. We're not 1,000% secure on those, because it is going to be a new show. We have to find our feet and that sort of thing. So we've put it up there as 20,000 UPEX for a tycoon sponsor. Now, we are going to offer a special 50% off, limited time only kind of thing. So that would mean the tycoon sponsor was 10,000 UPEX. That really doesn't transfer us any balance at all, really, if we have to use a burner to get that. So, by the time you used a burner and the fees either side, there's not much there to stack. But we'll give it a go, see how it plans out. So for the tycoon sponsor, you'd get up to a 5-second ad at the start. So, today's show is brought to you by blah, blah, and then another sentence or two. The magnate sponsor gets a little bit longer pre-blurb. They can get an icon on the YouTube thumbnail, and we can put some links in the podcast description. And then the bigger one is the mogul sponsor. So that's a bit longer front loaded. So 20 seconds at the front. And this is the big thing. They could have up to a 5-minute opportunity to get on in the show and discuss discuss their promotion and whatnot. Yeah, more links and small icon, same kind of deal. As I said, it is new. We don't know how it's going to work, if it's going to work, but we'll play around and see how we go. But the idea is that, yeah, we use those funds to build up the pot that's going to be given out as far as the prizes and that sort of stuff. So yeah, just to reiterate, all prizes, services, and UPEX are going to be used for the community giveaways. The rates shown include the burner costs. So if you're somebody that you want to come on board as a tycoon sponsor, if you're able to send UPEX, if you have a sendable UPEX balance, well, you'd send me 20,000 UPEX. So whatever that's going to cost you. And then obviously we get a little bit less. And if we have to use burners, well, I'll give you a burner address and you're going to offer 20,000 UPEX burner. So a little bit of fees on your side, a little bit of fees on our side. And also if you wanted to add additional prizes, you might be somebody who's got an NFT project and you want to give out NFTs away, that can be all included in your overall promotion. And as always, contact me or Morecheese to get that sorted out. Any concerns, questions? thoughts, opinions about that? No, all good. Yeah, like I said, we're still playing around with the figures. You can't go too low, otherwise it's kind of pointless, and the fees just destroy you. And you can't go too high, otherwise you price yourself out of anybody wanting to get involved. So we'll play with it and see what we come up with. What are we up to next? Jeez, you remember?
No, this.
We covered that, when the show's going to be recorded. Oh, so yeah, because the overall show, the podcast show, like it's 90 minutes long, but because it's broken down in segments, it is possible that we will chop up the Breaking Badly news segment. That will be its own standalone segment that will be uploaded in addition to the main show, and same for the UDU team meeting, and same for the Upland Mash. So if you come along and you wanted to go back and listen to, what were they talking about on the Breaking Badly news part, well, you can just click on that's own little video sort of thing. That won't be uploaded to the podcast. That'll only be on the YouTube channel. So for each podcast show, that there'll be on YouTube, there will be the full show, the 90-minute show, and then probably up to 3, the Breaking Bad, the UDU team meeting, and the Upland Mash segment. But for the actual podcast, like Spotify and whatnot, that'd be just the 90-minute show, not the mini segments. So yes, there are a few closed segments, and apologies, my throat's red raw. We're getting our ass kicked with COVID over here at the moment. So there are some closed segments and there are some open segments. Open segments can either be for all the UDU members, or a bit further on when we get to the Upland Mash segment, it's for anybody. So that includes all the public and whatnot. So just running through these. So the intro, that's pretty much standard as what we were doing with the team meetings. G'day, today's team meeting, blah, 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 Upland podcast number. And then we'll head straight on it to the Breaking Badly news segment. Now, if you've seen any of those Breaking Badly news episodes that Cheese, Joe, and myself did, they're very they're basically short snippets of headlines fleshed out a little bit. This is probably going to be even more, not narrow focused. What do you say? Snippety. What's the word?
I like that word.
Snippety is like you're snipping at someone, you're biting their heels. But anyway, yeah. So, whether it be Joe might say he wants to do the crypto news and the metaverse news, and Cheese wants to do the NFTs and the gaming, or somebody else might come in and say they want to do the Upland. We don't want it to be just us all the time. So if there's something in there that you'd like to take over, if you can be a part of it, and like I said, even if it's just a weekly thing, just let us know. So it would be a case of, for example, the Upland news. It'd be, what are the main events that have happened in the week prior, or that's coming up, and you're not going to be blabbing on for ages. It's going to be very quick, little synopsis of what's happening. Same with the crypto news and the gaming news and that sort of thing. It'd very brief. I'd imagine that segment total was maybe 20 minutes max, which doesn't take long to get through. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections there. So it wouldn't take long to get through 20 minutes. Hopefully we can do that a bit shorter. The MVE updates, that was what we were doing pretty much as with the old team meetings. We talked about the wine and cheese update. We've put this little addition in here, is the MVE update. So we have a lot of people over in the MVE server who are friends of the MVE, who have their own projects over there. So this might be, we might highlight 1 or 2 projects that's going over there at any given time. So it might be like, we know Jonesy's might have a drop coming up, or I Am Everyone might have just released an NFT or something. So that's where we'll drop some. Again, it'll just be very brief information about that. Anybody want to chime in so I can take a break from blabbing?
Yeah. So I kind of have a question here. So we're basically just running out the plan today for the future.
Yeah.
the future of these shows. Okay, great. And I know you were just blabbing, so if somebody else kind of wants to just briefly explain the Upland Mash thing, that would be great. Because I kind of get it, but I don't 100%.
Yeah, we'll get to that at the end. What the Upland Mash? Where was it? Yeah, down the back it ends. The Upland Mash was always going to be a standalone show that was open to the wider public. That was going to be, give away prizes and talk about Upland and that sort of stuff. It was kind of going to be the UDU out in the public.
I see.
That makes sense.
It does. And then the public MVE thing, will there just be a link to the Zoom in the MVE server? Is that how that's going to work? Yeah,
absolutely. So it'll all be funneled through the MVE server. So we'll be trying to onboard as many people as we can there. I mean, we'll be promoting the show here, there, and everywhere, but that promotion will be pointing people towards MVE. Like if you want to get involved, that's where you're going to get a ticket to the show, sort of thing.
Great.
That's how you jump in. So once that first segment's wrapped up, then we move on to the UDU team segment, and that's pretty much a condensed version of what we have been doing for the last 44 bloody UDU team meetings. So, we'll have the wine of the week. That was always fun. We'll have the win of the week. We'll talk about the UDU nodes around the grounds. And like always, there was always a team topic that we talked about, topic of the week or whatever it was called. So that'll be the same. It'll just be, we'll have to be a bit more mindful of the time. Someone's going to have to throw a shoe at me if I blab on for too long or whatever, or if we get too deep down the rabbit hole on a topic or whatnot, we might have to put a pin in it or bookmark it for later. We've put an extra thing in there, the team member spotlight. Again, this might be something you might have a project or something that you're working on, or it may be the case where I don't know, maybe this week we're gonna look into Joe. We're gonna talk all about Joe, with your permission or not. Hopefully with your permission. Yeah.
With your permission or not.
Yeah. We'll see how we go. Yeah. So it'd just be a case like it might be like somebody puts a hand up and Joe, for example, again, tell us about how you got tell us how you got into the game and that sort of stuff. What you're most passionate about. So it's kind of almost like a very, very condensed version of the old Who is Udu series that I worked back way in the day. So, but just rather than an hour blabbing on, it'll be, a quick 5 minutes or something like that. So again, that's probably what we say. It's probably 30 minutes there, I guess. And then we kind of wrap it up with the Upland Mash segment. Now, this is where if we do have one of the, whatever it was, the largest sponsor with the 5-minute rah-rah thing, this is where they'll come in and do their little plug. So they would do that at the top of that. And then, this is open to the public, so anybody can chime in at this stage. And maybe I should go back and clarify that too. So in this section, in the intro Breaking Bad segment, it's not kind of somewhere where somebody's going to chime in and have their opinion and ask questions and that sort of stuff, because it's just going to blow out the time too long. It's going to be, here's some information. This is what's happening now around the place. Sit down, shut up, listen, have fun, that sort of thing. If you have questions, maybe you can bring it up in the chat or whatnot, or follow it up later. Of course, the UDU team meeting, that's probably going to be the tricky one, because that's going to be open for UDU team members to get involved, but not really the public. But there's no way to police that out of it. So it's going to have to be self-policed a little bit. So that's where, if we can have Zoom moderators, that's going to be helpful. But yeah, this last segment, the Upland Mash segment, that's just the open free-for-all kind of thing. So contemporary Upland chat topics, I mean, that's like what we're talking at the start of this one. We're talking about the stress tests. They just had the Spark sale, whatever's happening. And, it might be something else is going on. But yeah, it's open up to the public. And then we're going to do a challenge of the week. So this is going to be a weekly thing. This will probably not be Upex. This will be like you can win some NFTs, or you can win, free Spark rental, 5 Spark for 3 or 4 days, or whatever it may be. It's going to be more kind of services and opportunities, that sort of thing. So to kick this off, because we do plan to do the first show this time next week, will be the first show as a bit of a trial run. So we need to challenge everybody this week so that we have something to announce, or who was the winner next week. So for this week's challenge, geez, do you remember what we said?
No.
Um,
Oh yeah, wait, I do remember. So you have to put in the MVE server. If you're not in there, you have to come there. But if you're already in there, you're fine. There's going to be a channel you go to, and you tag Ben and I with a comment.
Yes. So if you're not already in the MVE server, I'll put a link in the description, or just search around, you'll find it somewhere. So within the MVE server, under the Metatainment category, there's a channel called Podcast Comps. So in that, we want you to post a screenshot that shows that you're subscribed to the MVE YouTube channel, and make sure you tag myself and Morecheese. And we'll see probably the night before, or we're going to do it on the day, I suppose. We'll spin the wheel on the day, or find something.
The day.
Yeah, the day.
Yeah.
So get your entry in for that. So all you have to do is post a screenshot that shows you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Post that in the podcast comps within the MVE server. And then this time next week, we'll spin the wheel and see who wins. And the prize is cheese.
Prize can be.
Yep. Do you remember?
What is it? The 1 million Upex.
No, that's
no. Why are you asking me questions?
Fail.
Let me get back here. Where'd we go? Oh, I've lost it. So no, the 1 million Upex, that closes out the show. That's the big thing at the end of the show. This weekly challenge, that's, like I said, the prizes for that is just going to be NFTs or whatever. So the prize for next week's, that we're going to announce for next week's, is going to be your choice of any of the Wine and Cheese, Morecheese NFTs. So the ones that she does up custom for each episode. Yeah. If there's one there you're missing, maybe you might be able to pick that up if you're lucky. Or if there's one there that you're a fan of and you haven't got it yet, you might be able to pick that up. So yeah. So just to reiterate, post your screenshot within the MVE server, and yeah, you'll go in the running, and we'll draw that next week live in the show to see who wins the Morecheese NFT.
Question.
Yep.
What happened to UUC, Upland United contest? Is that?
Oh gosh, that was a year ago.
God, that was.
I've been kind of AWOL, missing in action. Is that one retired though too?
I'm still in it actually. Yeah. Like it there. I think that was
that was a DJ project, wasn't it?
A DJ project, but no,
okay.
Udu was really good on it.
Yeah,
he did really good. Like, I mean, hey, that's if somebody wants to take that on and do their own thing, like that would be something else awesome to talk about.
Yeah,
I don't even know who.
But it would be a Friday night pub thing or something like that. Trivia.
That's Udu.
Yeah, Udu.
I don't know who started that. I don't know if DJ started that and Udu. Yeah, so he's probably lost access to it. I wouldn't know. You'd have to check with him. But yeah, everything we do is going to be run through the MVE server. So it's all self-contained. That's kind of what that was set up for.
Yeah, if you want to run something like that, you think you'll be somebody that would be consistent in that, let us know, because that could be, your visibility right there. And this is a good chance, MetaVenture's coming out, Upland, it's all about networking. You really want to kind of make a niche for yourself and be on camera.
Yeah. And then another question was, I don't know specifically what it was you were saying. You said something was like only like once a week for one part of the segment, but is the entire show going to be once a week, or is it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the entire show is once a week, so it's going to be the same time as the UDU team meetings. So it's basically replaces that slot. So yeah, it's going to be a weekly show. Yep. Yeah. So we'll give, and that's another thing too. Like if you're a UDU member and you don't want to do the sponsorship route, like the paid sponsorship, and you might have a NFT series, or like Jedi, you're going to have your outdoor decor, and maybe you want to give something away. Well, that weekly challenge, that would be the slot there. So, the weekly challenge, you could set the challenge. So, you could come on and say, okay, this week you need to visit my property here, and you can go on the running, that sort of thing.
I don't know if you know this, but I was talking to Jennifer last night, and she was saying that they think we're going to be allowed to do 12 submissions a month as of right now, and they're going to see
I don't want you to stop, but I just want to ask, is this something that you can talk about, because this is being recorded?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah,
I wanted to look out for CJ.
I mean, we're right. I appreciate that too. But yeah, no, I believe this is something I can share just with, that's something that's fine to share. But we'll be allowed to submit 12 submissions or decor items,
products
a month. Products a month. So, I was thinking,
gosh, that's a lot.
Possibly, offering contests with that each month for people to, get a chance to put stuff out, stuff like that. And
your shop's a little bit unique in that you can take on custom orders, so that would kind of be set up for that. Like you could win, the prize that you offer could be have a custom outdoor decor piece. Yeah, that's cool. Where my shop's a little bit different. Mine's not really that. We're going to be lucky to get 5 things up, I think.
I understand where CJ's coming from. Like, for example, we can have up to how much he said, right? Throw it out there, say, hey, we're going to pick 2 out of 5 people to submit a design to us for us to put in as a winner. That's what I think.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe like maybe in 1 a week, because that's only 4 a month, and that engages people. That gives them an opportunity to have an item, in the game before other people can have a business, So I think that's something that we could.
So it'll be like a Samurai Aquatics exclusive, and then we'll have the one-off community.
We're not talking about my shop. We're talking about CJ's.
No, but I'm
shop.
using it as like an example.
Well, that's CJ's shop's unique in that.
So what matters?
Maybe we can take on custom orders as far as Samurai Aquatics, but CJ's shop is designed for custom orders.
No, I get that. I get what he wants to do, what he's going to do, but I'm just saying that it is possible. For 1 a week, and that's what he was getting at.
Yeah. So you can imagine like well, I guess that goes for any outdoor decor shop. Like the Portage Park team might win that prize, and then they want the Portage Park version of CJ's product, or maybe it's a Samurai Aquatics outdoor decor piece or something. Yeah, that's interesting. Good thoughts.
There's a lot we can do with that, and then
so that would fit in that weekly giveaway slot. And look, if it gets to the point where we can give away more stuff, that's the more stuff we can give away, the better.
I mean, but that's a big opportunity. Also, if I'm going to be sharing the proceeds with whoever wins, so after taxes and MetaVenture dues and things like that, I mean that's money, or UPX, and maybe we'll have it tied in where if they do win, they'll give 10% of what they earn to the 1 million UPX.
To the pot, you just pay it forward. See how we go. Yeah. Speaking of the
There-
big pot, yeah, that's the juicy hook. And like I said, we don't really know how that's going to play out. I know that Bok did a bunch of tests yesterday. Now, Bok did test with me very early on this concept, and I really struggled to get my head around the math. But Cheese and I smashed our heads together yesterday, and we kind of worked it out. So I don't know does that come up? Has it?
Mhm.
So it's going to be a system where we want people engaged live in the show. So we're going to take a snapshot at the start of the show. We're going to have a list of names, and then towards the end of the show, we're going to see who is still around. Like, you can't just come in at the start of the show, get your name in the list, and then bugger off and do whatever. You're not going to be part of the chance to win this. So you have to be there at the start of the show to get your name in the list, and then you have to be there at the end of the show. Because if you're there at the start of the show and you get your name in the snapshot, we spin the name wheel and it comes up, I don't know, Danny. But then we put the call out, Danny, are you there? And Danny's not there. Well, that's it. We move on. We spin it again. So you have to be there at the start of the show to be part of the snapshot, and you have to be there at the end of the show live. And you need to be able to say, yeah, I'm here, either in voice or in chat. If you don't respond, if we say, Danny, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bad luck, we spin it again, and it's somebody else.
I'm almost thinking that maybe, like, how there's those like shows, like there's 3 words put throughout this video where
the code words.
If you said these 3 words, if you have these 3 words that are randomly going to put out throughout the video, then when it's called, if you have those 3 words, then you can get that type of thing, so it's people are engaged, and something like that.
It can work, but it's going to be hard to manage in the back end. Like, somebody has to take on the job of taking that snapshot. Somebody has to get the wheel ready while the show's running, sort of thing. So it'll probably be a bit messy unless somebody wants to come on. Like, again, that's a prime example of a job where if you don't want to get like on camera involved, being able to help out with that would be massively beneficial. So
right, the moderator could probably do that as well, type of thing. But
well, CJ, while you're on, so let's just assume that CJ's name was picked. CJ, you're going for the million. You're going for the million. Woo, CJ!
Yeah. All right, come on down.
So it's a 3-stage thing, right? So there's 3 roles. The first role, the max prize is 25,000 UPEX, and the lowest one's 1,000. So there's 68% chance you'll get 1,000, 30% chance you'll get 5,000, and a 2% chance you get 25,000. So tell me when to roll.
All right, roll.
All right. So we had to play with the math because we want to encourage people to, oh, look at this. Oh, we just missed it.
Oh.
So CJ got 1,000. So at this point, CJ, are you going to roll again?
Double or nothing.
Right.
Okay, so what's the
So you can either keep the 1,000 or you can try for the next level up and have a chance to lose 1,000. So you could
I
win.
need to fix that up too. That's wrong. That should say 500 UPEX. They're not 2,500. Yeah. So here you risk dropping down to 500 UPEX, or the higher prize is 50,000.
Okay. All right.
So we're rolling again.
So so it will take whatever you earned and put half of it as the 68%. Or
no, that's kind of how we did the math. But what we want people to do is, because when I tested this with Bok, when we rolled the first wheel, if you didn't get a big prize, well, the thing was, well, I might as well go for the second one because I'm going to get a better prize than the second one. And then I might as well roll the third one because I'm going to get a better prize. Where here, the risk is that you're going to lose UPEX. So the first roll, it was pretty high chance that you're going to get 1,000. Where the second roll, it's pretty high chance you're going to drop down to 500.
I got human to come in.
I like it.
Humans coming.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And as you saw, my donkey computer hates running this thing. So if somebody can run the wheels, that'd be good. And I can set this up on the back end so it's all saved. All you have to do is push the button, sort of thing. So, all right, we'll roll again. CJ, you see what you got?
Yeah.
No whammies.
No deal.
No whammies.
Well, he's just
no
past the
whammies.
50 again. Jeez, you're close. So 500. So you risked it and you went from 1,000 to 500. 500. You got me. You may as well take the 500 or you can
Try for the
go for the mil.
million.
But
And they'll go to 250. Okay.
yeah, the high chance here is you're going to drop down to 250 UpX.
Let's go.
All right.
Show me the money. Show me the money.
Oh, you're miles away.
If he wins
Let
this, I'll
us-
cry.
Well, that's all right. So that's good. Oh, no, he's going to tick over to 2. Oh, no, he got it. There you go. Situation.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I
you
don't know
got the low
about
prize.
ideal.
You got the low prize
I
on the
think a
first
million
one.
would have been ideal.
Well, for me, because I'm not going to pay it out. Yeah. Yeah. But you rolled again and you ended up with more than you started with.
Yeah,
So
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. So yeah, the chance is low, but as I said, it is a chance.
Hey,
and
right.
I don't know.
I mean,
I've
that's
played with enough
$1,000
online.
potentially.
Yeah, I've played with enough online crypto kind of gambling things to know that it's pretty easy to get wrecked. So yeah, I'm trying to set this up so I don't get wrecked, but it's still fun. But as I said, once that sponsorship pot piles up enough to cover it, then we'll bump the percentage way out. So instead of there being 1 million on the wheel, well, there'll be 2. And then if the pot continues to climb and nobody's won it yet, well, then there might be 4. You know, we want to give that away. So
Gotcha,
Cody's
gotcha.
here. Cody's here now.
nice.
Hey.
Hey, Codester.
So that's about the general gist.
And that would be awesome, like if Banana wanted to kind of
Jump in. Yeah, we
help
definitely
us
need
with
some.
that.
Because I think I've said this from the very first team meeting. I'm not a razzle dazzle man. I'm pretty dry and drony. So yeah, if we can get some people to
You've
Some
gotten
people on with
better. You've gotten better.
someone on with a bit of panaz and life to them.
You don't give the camera the death stare as you're talking anymore.
Yes. Well, after how many wine and cheese shows are we up to? We've
At
done a
least
few
you
of
look
those
at the
now.
camera.
Yeah.
What episode are y'all on?
What are we up to this week? 30, is it?
30.
I think so.
Nice.
And you'll know this week's guest, but we'll keep that on under wraps. So it should be a good one.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the general gist. So next week we'll trial run the first one. So all next week and leading up to that, we'll be trying to promote it as much as possible. Obviously, it'd be good if we don't get too many people in because might be a bit of a shit fight until we work out what the hell we're actually doing. It is
What do
liable
you
to be
mean?
messy. What was that, Jed?
What do you mean? It'll
Like
be
because it's open to the public, anybody can jump in. So, I don't know. If you know how the cafe gets at times, things can get a bit out of control.
Yeah, but we're not the cafe. And if
No.
you go to the way the UPX broadcast used to be, you were lucky if you had like 5 or 6 people in there.
Yeah. So,
But
yeah, if it ends up being it's just the UDU and a few stragglers from the public, that's cool. We'll just run it.
I highly doubt it if people have an opportunity to win essentially $1,000, or an opportunity to design and create a product inside of a MetaVentures and earn from that as well. There'll be multiple ways to earn, And then what was the other? Oh, that was the weekly giveaway was what I was talking about. Yeah. Okay. So,
And like I said, that there may be other opportunities to do other giveaways as part of it, for the different segments.
Right.
I think it's going to be one of those build it and they will come sort of thing. And like I said, we'll give it a try. If it doesn't work out, we'll try something else or we'll tweak it. See how we
I
go.
dig it.
So,
I'm
yeah.
liking it.
Yeah, because we were trying to I was trying to do too much as far as all these shows goes, and I just got completely burnt out. But if we're down to this format where I'm doing the wine and cheese show and this one, it's only really 2 shows, and then I can play around, chop it up with it through the week and post different things. That's definitely doable. So, and I think Cheese has kind of been at me with this too. I think it's beneficial for us to get together as a team, weekly when we can. Not everybody's available every week, that sort of thing, but I don't know. I think it's good for morale and keep us on the track and building and that sort of stuff. So
I miss you guys.
And I'm coming back full time, you know, so I'll be here. I'm focusing on, you know, my meta venture, and then these relations, these networking, you know, everything we do here in the UDU, that's my focus, you know.
Awesome,
Maybe
man.
not the craziness, not the complete craziness, maybe a kind of different kind of crazy, you know, but y'all can get pretty unhinged with that wine and cheese show. That's really cool. But
No, we always love it when the Jedi drops in and drops some Jedi wisdom on us. So no, yeah, and that's a prime example. Yeah, if you can get involved, and then like I said, if it's only 1 week here and 1 week there, that's all good. If you are able to take on part of a segment as a routine thing, even better. So just let us know.
yeah, I'm wanting this to pretty much be my full-time job now. So
don't we all? That's the
Yeah.
dream.
Which it might be around the corner, brother man.
We shall see. We shall see. I don't know. Did anybody have any other questions? D-Tech, I know you jumped in late. Dog, Bok, Macedo, who else is in? Coop. Cody's here.
Cody's having issues with his audio. I'm trying to walk him through it. It won't let him in.
I had issues with my video. I had to log in on my phone.
Oh.
Log in.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw, Jedi claimed 10K off me last night. A quick blitz comp, and Cawthon, she got 10K as well. So did that come through, CJ?
It did. Thank you.
Yeah, sweet.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was able to just do the direct transfer. So you were right, Cheese. All that UPEX that I have been banking, I do have a balance there that I am able to transfer. But unfortunately, I can't see. There's no way to see how much of your balance is transferable, which is a bit annoying. So.
I know, that is annoying.
Especially with
It'll
that
get
sponsorship.
there.
Yeah, with the sponsorship sort of situation. If we can just do direct UPEX transfers, it's so much easier than have to worry about burners. So
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
so-
go ahead.
Go ahead. Jinx.
gotcha.
No, I was just gonna say, you know, you were saying something about escrow. I mean, if you whatever you're gonna keep in escrow, if you just, you know, keeping your balance, I mean, that will kind of solve that issue in a sense, you know, as you kind of build it up. Right?
We've got a special area block in Chicago that's the UDU escrow club, where everybody that has a property there, they know that if they get an offer on any of those properties, that's please hold this. Mercedes just asked what's escrow. So Mercedes, for example, I'm ponying up that 1 million UPEX prize, right? So I need to put away, what is it, 1,050,000 to cover the fees or whatever. So within this area of Chicago, I know that Cheese has got a property there, so I can put an offer in for the 1 million UPEX or 1,050,000. That UPEX will be gone from my account and will sit in escrow essentially. Cheese won't accept the offer, hopefully, and it'll just sit there. And then if somebody was to win that 1 million UPEX prize, well, I just cancel that offer, and then I can, again, hopefully, just direct transfer them the UPEX. If not, I got to buy a burner off them or whatever. So,
Will you think escrow will count towards your balance? Anything that's in escrow?
no, it doesn't.
I don't think so. Yeah,
comes out of your balance. Yeah, that's kind of why we set that up, because back in the day, I was just absolutely hopeless at saving any UPEX. So I was good. If it was out of my account, I kind of knew it was there, and yeah, I could get it any time. But if it wasn't staring me in the face, I was less inclined to spend it. And especially if, you know, there was times there where Bok was holding 1 million, or it might have been 3 million. Cheese was holding 1 million. I had stuff here, there, and everywhere for different little projects. And obviously, if I remove that offer, then Bok could say, hang on, you know, there's a little bit of accountability there, you know. So that all helps. So that's why it was initially set up. But I've been good lately. I've got nearly 10 million saved and haven't touched it. So
awesome, man.
It's when I'm under that 1 million. Well, it's only $1 million. I might as well spend that and I'll get it back again. So, but if you keep doing that week after week after week, you're constantly broke. So see how we go. All right, unless anybody else wants to chip in, we shall wrap this up. All good? Going, and
So
gone.